We've got another sports compilation.
An incredible moment of respect in sports was shown when NBA player Kobe Bryant showed Steph Curry some respect after he shot a three-pointer, even though they were playing against each other.
Says, that's good shooting, kid. Kobe all over Steph. Steph said, wait a minute here. No, take this. He just steps back and drains one. Kobe looks at him and says.
A moment of respect during a soccer match happened when members of the opposite team helped cover a soccer player whose hijab came off in the middle of the game.
Oh, wow. It was very wholesome.
The winner of a wrestling match helped the other wrestler to get up after he couldn't because of the little amount of energy he had left.
You see, Billie G won everything.
Two entire volleyball teams went to hug and show love to a fellow injured player at the end of the match, and you could see how much that meant to her.
When I was in school, I only played golf, so very rare that someone would get hurt in that sport. Maybe they tweak their back, but so uncommon. Yet when I see someone who plays either a contact sport or even a volleyball, basketball, get hurt, it's hard not to feel empathetic because you start to think, oh, is their season over? If this is the way that they're going to uni, for example, are their opportunities gone? Or in this case, she probably is playing for her country, though. Her team says Serbia, but hard not to feel for her.
In an amazing moment of peak sportsmanship, the tennis player who lost the match wanted to congratulate the winner, even despite the height difference.
What does the height difference have to do with congratulations? Oh, he is tall. Or he's small.
Two old teammates showed some mutual respect to each other in the middle of a game.
Steve Kerr calls timeout. Steve Kerr
Love to see it.
When a young fan received a hockey stick from his idol, he couldn't stop crying with tears of joy.
Oh, that's true happiness.
This one is a little bit hard to see, but there's a racer stuck between the ground and the bike, and one of the opponents didn't doubt to help his fellow racer.
See the smoke coming off. Nice guy. Thanks, bro. I owe you dinner now. Here you go. On your bike.
Oh.
I have never seen anything like that.
A basketball player decided to forget about shooting the shot and help prevent his opponent from having a nasty fall.
Top. That was making sure he's okay.
Wait, this guy, number 12, looks like Jason Momoa from Game of Thrones. Khal Drogo. You know. Look at him. Very similar.
This worried Chinese player went and helped his injured opponent by carrying his staff, and you can see he was actually...
That's the second cut in this video so far. They must have had some copyright issues.
When you look back, it's one of the best teammates I've ever had.
Thanks, Giannis.
It's amazing.
During a college race, one athlete's body was giving up during the race, and that's when two girls from the opposite team decided to help her cross the finish line.
What a tremendous show of sportsmanship as you've got an athlete who can't quite make it, and they've got a team, a girl from another team trying to help her to the finish line so she can finish the race. That's what the sport is all about.
Oh my goodness.
This video is quite sweet.
This is just incredible. The sportsmanship, phenomenal.
A very beautiful moment of respect between athletes from different sports was when soccer player Neymar and NBA player Steph Curry met up for the first time and even exchanged shirts.
From their profiles, they look like they could be brothers. Just me?
During a women's volleyball match, the volleyball went straight to a player's face, and it was very nice to see her teammates and coach going to see if she was okay.
Sheesh, she really took it. I would feel so guilty.
NBA player Kyle Kuzma was very quick to apologize to Blake Griffin after a hard tech foul.
And he's impressive. There's a lot of Steph Curry in this mix today.
During a state championships, one of the runner's body completely gave up during the race, but she still pushed through to the finish.
There's a decision here if she gets assistance, of course.
This is
Decision time. They're asking her how she's feeling.
This is cross
If they
country.
touch her, that would be disqualifier. So they're asking her, can you make it? And look at her. Such a courageous effort trying to cross that finish.
the crowd is giving her all they can here at the finish.
As soon as she crosses, they will scoop her up and take her to the medical tent right away.
In an interview afterwards, she revealed the only reason she decided to finish that race is to honor the coach, who was his last season.
We just really wanted to do well for Jim and leave him with a really great last season.
Young fan got super excited when Steph Curry gave him a high five.
So sweet.
A very heartwarming moment was when NBA player James Harden went and sat next to an older fan who happened to be 100 years old. And not only that, he also decided to give her a ball and spent some time chatting with her.
She looks phenomenal for 100. Alert.
After a very close 400-meter race, despite being opponents, 3 athletes congratulated each other and even hugged after the race was over.
Kad ir savaime bėgime. Dėl trečiosios vietos paaiškės apdovanojimų ceremonijos metu, kas taip greitai tų oficialių rezultatų vieno lentelę. Būtinai.
During a volleyball match, the volleyball went directly to a player's face, and the first thing the player who threw the ball did was to go see if his opponent was okay.
Oh, that was that guy's first inclination. That says something about him.
Even though the ball doesn't look like it's going that fast, those volleyballs go extremely fast in professional matches. So much so that in the Olympic Games, the average speed of a volleyball spike from men averages between 70 to 80 miles per hour. And even at high school tournaments, it averages in the 40 to 50 miles per hour range. In the midst of a team celebrating their close win,
That was
a
a
player
fun
stopped
fact.
by a player
Imagine
of the
getting hit
opposite
with that.
team to congratulate him for the well-played game.
Wow.
A young fan was waiting for his favorite tennis player to turn around and see him. Sadly for him, it never happened, and just about when he was about to lose hope, the player came back and gave him his signature.
Wanting to leave the court pretty early there, Rublev.
Oh, these have very abrupt endings. Okay, I thought it was a commercial break. Well, this was another video recommendation from a channel called CubeHub01. And I think of all the sports compilation videos that you guys have recommended, this one had the most appropriate title, Beautiful Moments in Sports. And it was actually sent in by 4 different people. So thank you for that. It's just nice seeing people treat each other really well in a highly competitive environment. And after the last video that you guys sent in, I tried to think about sports books that I'd read so that I don't lack on the literary recommendations. And now I have one in my mind. It's called, do I have it? Yeah, it's called String Theory, David Foster Wallace on tennis. And I have to say that this book of his is not my favorite that he's written, but I like all of the books that I've read of him. From Consider the Lobster to Infinite Jest, I think is probably one of his most popular. But this one, String Theory, is from his perspective as both a tennis player and a tennis fan. And it's a collection of 5 essays. So if you like to read essays, I think this is a pretty good one. I'm going to link it in the description for you. And if I can find a free audiobook, I'm actually not sure if it is in the public domain. It's not old enough to be, but David Foster Wallace passed away, so it might be. I'll look. If it is, I'll link the free version. Other than that, let me know which sport moment you thought was the most beautiful, and that's all from me. So leave your thoughts on any of it, and thank you for watching with me.